Now, Star Wars Resistance fans, Matt Haywood here from StarWarsTime.net to recap and review the latest episode of Star Wars Resistance, which is titled Secrets in Holograms. The episode begins with Torra Doza getting a bit stir-crazy, which is thanks to her father keeping her locked down in the tower while the First Order is on board. She goes to her father to plead with him, but he isn't listening. As she heads out, he contacts the First Order to see when they're going to show up so they can go over their new protection deal and its details. Torra's not keen on being locked down though, so she escapes her room with the help of her pet Buggy, who takes a whiz on her security droid. At this same moment, Kaz and BB-8 are looking for ways to gain more information on Captain Doza and his involvement with the First Order. Luckily for him, he gets a break in his investigation when Torra runs into him and makes him come with her to the market while she's hiding from tower security bots. The two chill in the market for a bit, but as soon as a mob recognizes Torra, they begin to question her about her dad's policies and recent lockdowns. She and Kaz head off to the Aces Lounge, but it's still not enough to quench Torra's boredom, so she and Kaz head back to her room for a little fun after running into Rucklin, Kaz's nemesis from a few episodes back. And no, I'm not talking about that type of fun, you perverts. This is a Star Wars show after all. Torra and Kaz go back to play some video games, but once again, her security droid busts her and Kaz has to make an escape. Either way, Kaz got us into the tower, so after escaping, he breaks into Doza's to get more information on a datapad Commander Pyre gave Doza that would sanction the First Order to protect the Colossus from pirates. As Kaz is breaking into Doza's office, Rucklin sees him and goes to tell Doza. Kaz does have enough time to download the data to a Resistance drive, but he has to hide in Doza's closet, which curiously has an Imperial officer uniform in it, while Doza and Rucklin look for him. Just as Doza is about to find him, Torra breaks in and provides cover because she somehow knew Kaz was in there. The two make a daring trash incinerator room escape to get clear, and while Kaz denies being a spy to Torra's face, she ultimately doesn't buy it and questions who Kaz really is as the episode ends. This episode was a nice return to the series' overarching plot after last week's episode skipped over it completely. I also enjoyed getting to know Torra a lot better, who I've sort of guessed would play a larger role in the show than just being an ace and the daughter of Doza, so this episode confirmed that fact. If anything else, her and Kaz have a solid relationship now, and while it could lead to love down the road, for now I think it will provide for a great vehicle to further flesh out Kaz's spy mission by having Torra digging into Kaz's mysterious past. Like I mentioned, this episode really zeroes in on Kaz's spy mission and how he was starting to focus his own search down to Doza due to his recent dealings with the First Order. The reveal that Doza has an Imperial officer uniform in his closet is not only a cool Easter egg, but it's also a major revelation for Doza himself. If he was part of the Empire, he could have ties to some in the First Order, but based on how he reacts to the First Order, I still think he is a smokescreen for the audience to focus on. I just don't think Doza is the mole Kaz is looking for. He's too obvious, and the whole Empire ties, while very interesting, just make him even more obvious as the potential mole, so he can't be it. I think this episode had some fun action to it as well, in particular the callback to the trash compactor scene from A New Hope. Like I said, Secrets and Holograms got everything about Kaz's main mission back on track, so I really enjoyed it, and can't wait to see where the new threads it introduced end up. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out our Easter egg and references recap video for this episode too. Matt Haywood here signing off for Star Wars Time, because it's always time for Star Wars Time.